Now, we'll add the star of the show, the soup's signature spice, paprika, as well as a dash of cayenne. I'm using a smoked paprika because I love what it adds to the equation.
Whoa, that was a throwback. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Geek vs. Food, where today we're revisiting one of my first videos ever made, Sopa De Ajo, a rustic soup from Spain featuring stale bread, garlic, and paprika. This soup is a hearty, rich, and flavorful soup, and a perfect way to use up bread that might be stale or on its way there. With that said, let's get to work. We are going to start with some stale bread, as was customary of the time. This is leftover bread from when I made elsewhere fondue, and as you can tell, it's certainly stale. Soups like this were engineered to use up foods that were on their way out to avoid food waste, which for the peasants who invented the dish was critical. We're going to start by cutting our baguette into 1-inch slices. If your bread is as stale as mine, the bread will probably break more so than cut. After cutting the bread into slices, you're going to want to cut it again into rough cube shapes. It doesn't have to be perfect here, just something roughly the same size. Next, we're going to prep our garlic. Normally, peeling garlic is a long, tedious pain in the ass. So here's a shortcut. Put all of your garlic into a bowl or Tupperware container with a lid, and give it a good hard shake. The cloves bouncing around in there will peel the garlic, and all you'll have to do is pick it out and toss the skin, making cleanup super easy. Now, we're going to slice our garlic. We want very thin slices here, which you could do with a knife, but it's much easier and quicker to use a mandolin food slicer. Please exercise extreme caution here and use a handguard if you do use a mandolin. It is very easy to slice a finger open, and I don't want that on my conscience. So please, be safe and don't copy me. With the garlic all sliced, we're ready to cook. To a medium-sized pot, we are going to add a few tablespoons of olive oil. The best tasting and highest quality you can afford, as it will make a big difference in the finished product. Add your sliced garlic and bring it to a light simmer over medium heat, stirring occasionally to prevent browning. We're looking for the garlic to just start browning here, and the time between golden brown garlic and burnt garlic is like 10 nanoseconds, so keep an eye on it. Once the garlic has taken on a light golden hue, we're going to add our paprika. Since paprika is the star of the dish, we're going to add a lot of it, say 2 or 3 tablespoons worth. Give that a stir to combine and infuse with the oil before adding our stale bread. Toss the bread cubes to make sure that they're all evenly covered with that amazing, fragrant garlic paprika oil. This is a fragrance that you have to experience for yourself. It's simply exquisite. Once the bread is evenly coated, we are going to add a quart of stock, either chicken or vegetable stock if you'd like to keep this dish vegetarian. Season with salt and freshly cracked black pepper before bringing to a boil and reducing to a simmer. During this, you might see some oil pools forming on the surface. Do not skim this off as you might with other soups. That is the heart, the very essence of the soup. According to Chef John, there are some areas in Spain where you can literally be jailed for throwing that away. After the soup has simmered for a few minutes, we are going to take our ladle and make a small nest in the bread where we can poach an egg. And we're just going to gently lower that egg into the nest we made and... oops! I'm sure it'll be fine. Once the egg is in, we're going to go ahead and put the lid on that and poach the egg until just done. Once that's done, you can go ahead and carefully ladle the soup into the bowl, making sure not to forget the egg. There it is. Once filled, you can go ahead and serve the soup. But I would be remiss if I forgot to mention that final kiss of cayenne added off screen. With that, let's give it a taste. As expected, the broth is rich and flavorful, packed with garlicky paprika goodness. The bread acts as sort of a flavor sponge and soaks up that rich, delicious broth, and proves to be quite filling. Now, let's try a bite with the egg. Nice, look at that beautiful yolk. The egg really adds another layer of richness to the soup that really can't be missed. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys give this one a try. It's one of my favorites. If you have suggestions for recipes you'd like to see in future videos, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you all next time.